Do you know what I like to do? When I get a box from PSA, I like to look at some graded cards. All right, guys. What I have here in front of me is a 20 card order. This was bulk order, $15 a card, 1980s? Yeah, 1980s. So we have some, what do we got? We got mainly hockey, but we have some football, and we have some hockey and football. I do know the grades, but I didn't really memorize them, so some of them may be surprising. All right, let us start with Billy Smith, 1980 Topps in an 8. Really well centered, really good corners. The fact that this wasn't scratched off still blows my mind, because as a child I had no hope of not immediately scratching off the puck to reveal the player's name. Actually a little disappointed in this grade. I thought this had a chance at a 9, so all right, is what it is. Oh yeah, we have basketball in here too. Here's a 1980 Topps Julius Erving in the middle in his All-Star, one of his All-Star cards. So this has got an 8 as well. Beautiful tri-panel. 1981 Topps Moses Malone in an 8. It's interesting. I'm seeing a mark in that corner. I'm seeing a mark over there. I don't know that I noticed those when I sent these in. Not saying that PSA damaged the cards, but I don't know. Sometimes when you look at something in a slab, some imperfections stick out that you didn't necessarily see. Here's the 1980 Topps, back to hockey. Wayne Gretzky All-Star in a 7. This one was scratched off. Again, really nice corners, pretty well centered, especially for these cards. I feel like, you know, the Wayne Gretzky All-Star cards are, I don't know, they're All-Star and in action, right? I find that they're underpriced somewhat in relation to his regular cards. I think it's funny that he was a second-team All-Star in 1979. Imagine that. Okay. Now we're going into 82. So 82 O-Pee-Chee, Dennis Potvin, not what I expected. Every card that I submitted from this point on, I expected either, I expected 9s, hoped for 10s, disappointed with 8s. So when a 4 rolls back, we got to take a look. But I looked at this previously, and when you look at the back, there's some markings here, which I'm sure did it in. Because if you look at, you look at this card just from the front, there's nothing that would really take this down below a 9. So, you know, I enjoy the 82 and 83 O-Pee-Chees a lot because, you know, up until that point, every year was the Topps and O-Pee-Chee. And in 82 and 83, Topps didn't produce cards. So you just had O-Pee-Chee. It was the only game in town. And it was hard to get them in the US. So I have this attraction to these cards because to me they're very rare. Here's Paul Coffey in a 9. It's basically the exact same condition that the Dennis Potvin is in, except a nice clean back. I also really like the design of these two years. You'll see a lot of 83s coming up. Here's 82 Borja Salming in a 9, right? Hall of Fame defenseman, recently passed away. A legend in Toronto. Okay. Now we are heading into 1983 O-Pee-Chee, Guy Lafleur in a 10. How about that? I don't know, not much you can say. That's brilliant. Here's the same card in a 9. Maybe one day we'll compare and see what the difference is. But very happy to see a 10 come back on a 1983 card. Very cool. Some of these 82 and 83 cards were from my personal collection. Others have been bought recently. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly which is which. Mint 9 in Paul Coffey, 83 O-Pee-Chee. Again, really good example. Really, I enjoy the colors on the back too, that green. You look at Paul Coffey's stats, his third year in the league, he had 96 points. It's just crazy. I know the game was a little different back then, but his numbers were still just stupid. Here's a Mike Bossy in 1983, and in a 9, and a Mike Bossy, 1983, and an 8. One of these, you know, I guess you can say the 8 definitely has some centering issues top to bottom. Maybe there's a little bit of a little dingy there thing in the top left corner, but they're both really, really nice examples. So like I was saying, expecting 9s on these, 8's disappointing, 10's very exciting, 7 is very disappointing. I might do an autopsy on this one just to see. I think the corners are the problems here. They're a little soft on these 3, or you know, less than sharp. Nothing significant on the back here. There you go. Wayne Gretzky, what is this? The leaders, NHL scoring leader in a 9. Really good example. It's funny, he's on like 10 leader cards in this year. It's just absurd. Here's a Billy Smith in a 9. Another really great example. Well-centered. This one almost has like a little bit of a diamond cut, which I hadn't necessarily seen. Okay. What do we got? A few cards to go. Here we have 2 Wayne Gretzky in actions. An 8 and a 9. The 8 looks like it's better centered than the 9, but I don't know, maybe there's some corner issues in there. Really cool card of him trying to avoid a hip check, it looks like, from this guy. What the hell is that? Somebody named Hutchinson, maybe? Not coming to mind. All right, now we get last 3 are football. My nemesis, Steve Young, and this 86 Topps rookie. I always try. I want a 10 on this, goddammit. This is, I think, the 5th or 6th Steve Young card that I've graded. I think I got 1 8. The rest have been 7s, 6s, and 4s. This one's a 7. Again, really, you know, it's a really good example, but you just can't, like, these, getting anything higher than an 8 on these cards is just virtually impossible. And what's interesting too is I'm not sure what the current market value of something like this in a 7 is, but in several recent auctions, at least on eBay, mainly, you know, really good examples through Greg Morris Cards, the card raw is selling for, you know, $50, and it seems crazy to me. Here we have 1987 Topps Herschel Walker. I tried Herschel Walker, Jim Kelly, and Randall Cunningham in one of the last orders. They all graded 9s. I wanted a 10. Herschel Walker got the 10, so that's exciting. And last card, Jim Kelly got a 9, so less exciting, but better than the, I think it's better than the 8 I got the last time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I have a 35 card order that I believe is arriving tomorrow. And so you'll see a video on that pretty soon. See you soon. Thanks for watching.